Hello, the Fox Brother here once again with my buddy Kyle.
Hey, what's up?
We're gonna do another Behind the Logic scene. How y'all doing today? I'm sure you're doing great. Just as like that figure from I forgot that. What you call it? And here's my two buddies, BossWolfen and Matt, which are also on a Skype call with me. I'm not sure where Matt is right now, but he's just chilling here. And Boss is nodding his head with Kung Fu Cutman with giant eyebrows. Nice. Anyway, I've done a lot more today, or at least in the past week, like moving animations and such. I have, as I did before, or at least last time I did Behind the Logic, I did Squinja's Dashback.
Squinja the Ninja.
Yeah. And as Kyle said before, gotta get away from the enemy sometimes. And as I did that in the past week, I've been doing some animations for attacks and such. And I'm actually going to get into how to do an attack animation, but unfortunately I don't have any ideas for the kicks and such like that, so I'm gonna just do an aerial punch attack. So, as I grab my default Squinja over somewhere that I have no idea where it is. Here it is.
Default Squinja.
Default in air Squinja.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh.
Squinja laying on the floor, and his sword is unfortunately laying on top of him.
Yeah, it's totally not impaling him.
It looks, yeah, a little bit.
No one dies in musicals. I die a little. Moving on. Anyway, I have this default aerial Squinja right here. And what we're going to do for the light punch animation in air is make Squinja do a simple little, like, he's going to raise his blade up in the air and slash downwards. Such dramatic feelings of slashing downwards with the blade. If you know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make this animation short and simple, since Little Big Planet 2, as I said before last time, is very, very weak with this kind of stuff. In fact, I am currently facing the trouble of trying to make this game not freeze in the actual beta grounds as I make. I'm actually going to announce soon that I have made a beta grounds for anyone who has a beta key. And if you want to get a beta key, you can call me up and say, yo, I want a beta key to play the beta grounds. Though unfortunately, it's probably going to freeze online, so you're probably going to have to play offline most of the time. So, yeah, though the only way to play offline on Little Planet 2 with like any kind of level would be to load up to the level and just, I guess, disconnect your router or some sort. But I'm sure that's too much work, so I'm just gonna play online. But yeah, I got this animation that I'm going to show you all, that I'm going to make and bake and cook to perfection.
It's coming along.
Yeah.
Looks good so far.
So how are you doing, Kyle?
I'm doing great.
How's The Last of Us doing?
The Last of Us, it's doing alright. New DLC came out recently for it.
Oh yeah, I heard. Her is amazing and spectacular. What was that all about anyway?
They came out with like 4 new maps and 5 new weapons and like different perks and stuff. It's pretty sweet.
Nice. Now, I've only played like The Last of Us for about like a few minutes or so with some cousins of mine that I visited in Connecticut. But like what's like, is that a multiplayer online kind of game, or is it just like mostly for the story?
The story is excellent, but the multiplayer factions is it's pretty awesome. It's like a 4-on-4 multiplayer. It doesn't go any higher or lower in players.
Gotcha.
In a match, but It's pretty competitive, I would say. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I like it. It's pretty fun to make videos on it.
Yeah. In fact, I actually recently started the story, and I was like, well, I mean, like with my cousins when I played it, I played the story mode, and I saw like, wait, should I be giving any spoilers about this? Because it's only the beginning.
It's good.
Yeah, well, in the beginning, like how the daughter, like there's that daughter, and like
Joel's
the
daughter.
yeah, and they're just chilling out, and like all of a sudden, like this ravaging virus starts, and then you know, they had to run away, and that little girl just dies from that soldier shooting her, and it's like super depressing and stuff.
Yeah.
I like started, well, I'm a man, so I don't cry, but like, I'm Cage of the
Tearing
Fox.
up inside.
Yeah, I was tearing up inside. Like I was like my little senses of tearing up kind of just like came inside of me. But my cousins were like really upset, and like they actually didn't really want me to play much because like they were afraid that I was gonna die, and like they were gonna see an extremely graphic version, like death animation of me dying and stuff. So like
What?
yeah, they like handed the controller to my cousins and stuff. They were like, "No, come back! Don't, no! I don't want you
You
to
can't
die.
die, even if it's a video game.
Once you die in a video game, you die in real life. Life mysteries." Well, anyway, it's a little 1-2 animation. Well, not really 1-2, but just one attack, and then like 2 frames for an animation.
Yep.
Squinch
Looks good.
Squinch is giving the work, but to take a hit.
Squinch.
It reminds me, a friend of mine at my school, like he tells people like, in a fighting game, he's like, "Oh man, you're about to get beat up." The way he says it, his terminology of saying it, he says, "You're about to take a hit," and my response to that is usually, "That's smoking is bad for you."
I see.
Yeah, like usually, like some other people would be like, "Come on, dude, that smoking's bad for you. Stop it." That's his way of saying, "Man, you're about to take a hit," and he says it with everything, like, "Oh man, this music's about to take a hit on you. Oh man, you're about to take a hit." It's like what? I definitely wanted 2
more than one sticker.
Yeah, I definitely wanted 2 stickers on my thing. Thanks,
3.
Molecule.
Oh, it looked like 3 for a second.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. If I filter it right, boss?
I love the faded slash on all of your attacks.
Woo!
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that faded fade. Fading the fade out of that fade. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyway.
Get that fade.
Oh, buddy boy. There is a lot to do from this project, and I hope to get this done by the fall. At least the 15 characters, and like, I actually, another announcement, after the 15 characters are done, there's a whole bunch of friends of mine who wanted to be in this project originally, but like I couldn't add them because like I was saying, oh no, I'm gonna have like over 1,000 characters by the end of this project, and beep-a-da-ba-ba-da-boo. But
It's a lot.
Yeah. And like I was hoping to like at least bring out 5 more slots for 5 different characters, so in total about 20. My infinite friends list. There's too many.
I mean, you can now add like 2,000 people on PSN.
Yeah, but I thought that was only for like PlayStation 4 and stuff or something like that, right?
Yeah, but you can like download an app and like still add people, extra people.
Yeah.
On your cellular device or
my cellular device, my smartphone.
Smartphone.
If you have a smartphone, then you have a smartphone. If you don't, you have a dumb phone.
Logic.
Yeah, boss. I kind of, I just found a whole bunch of people. Like, I have, like, friends of friends added, like, randomly out of nowhere, like, my friend, Tylenator, which is also going to be this character named Blue Ice. In the project, once I add those 5 slots.
Sounds awfully like a Yu-Gi-Oh character.
Oh boy, I wonder if it's based off of this one character. Definitely sounds nothing like it. Oh. Oh. What am I doing anymore?
Just chilling.
Hell yeah. Like always.
It's coming along.
Yeah. As I did before with the dash animation, or any animation that I do really, I make it into one shape and then change it so that it's like all good, all right, all mighty mighty fine. We got 10 minutes on this so far. Cool, good time. Gonna try to make this finished by at least like, let's say 20 minutes or so, because videos and making videos is pretty of a process. It's a process to make. As I place 2 stickers on this thing, wasting my time. Great, really wanted that muted mug.
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, great, medium.
And I don't even know why I'm still saying Media Molecule, because they don't even make this. They don't even work on this game anymore. It's Sumo Digital.
They just like gave up.
I think they I don't even know. I think they just gave the game to Sumo Digital, and they're like, no, take the game.
We don't want to deal with all the complaints.
I remember there was this group of people who got banned because of this one person, and that's kind of what destroyed most of its community, because of these people just kicked out a whole bunch of good creators.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure exactly what happened and why it happened when it happened, but the community started to shrink because of that event.
I feel like people just started copying other people's levels and stuff. And
yeah.
There's no originality left.
Unfortunately not.
Except for this project.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I should probably not kill my voice anymore. I actually went, last night, I went to my art show from my school, and, I was, presenting this one team that had, they were selling, these ceramics and stuff, and, they were called the Untouchables team, and, for about 4 hours, apparently my voice is louder than the actual microphones that they had in there. And so, for 4 hours, I've been yelling out, the Untouchables! Buy ceramics from the Untouchables! Make your way to the Untouchable Ceramics! Great Mother's Day gift! All for a great price of under $8. We got sushi platters, soap dishes. We got it all for a great price of $8 or less. Buy some raffle tickets. Blah. All under 8. Yeah.
4
hours straight. Yes, for 4 hours straight, I was doing this.
Why?
I was just helping out, I was just chilling, and I wasn't even part of the team. I just literally originally I had just planned to chill out with my a friend of mine, and these some of my fellow seniors were like, hey, we're gonna be presenting this thing, and I wasn't really offered to do it. I was like, hey, want me to help you out? And they were like, sure. I'll just be screaming, hey, buy this product. And this team, one of the team members, they had their mother cook these wonderful chocolate covered strawberries.
Ooh.
And it was really delicious.
Sounds
and I was
delicious.
yeah, I was also presenting that as buy ceramic, get a wonderful sweet dessert. And
So what you doing right here?
Oh, right now I'm about to. Oh man, I got myself off topic. But yeah, right now I'm about to literally work the logic of Squinch's attack. What I did just now was I pretty much transported the animation frame, since there's this one attack that KJ has where he does this 2-frame animation, which one of the frames, I wish I had the frames out before I deleted them, but whatever, you'll figure it out. But KJ has this one attack where he pretty much like has his arms out and then like kind of does an X cross with his data blades, and then it's a little 2-frame one hit animation attack. But I just put like the first frame in this 1 frame of Squinja, and then the second frame for this, actually attacking for this second frame of Squinja. Excuse me. And I'm about to program the actual attack so that it fits with the the hitbox and the what attributes it will have for like attacks and stuff, and like what it will do to your opponent. So there's these 4 tags right here. The first tag is general attack, which means that there's a general attack that can attack your opponent. Second tag is I abbreviated to LA, light poke. I don't really have much to explain about like LA, but like L stands for typically like a launch, or at least what it will do to your opponent, like how much it will affect your opponent. And A, I have these attack launchers categorized in like alphabetical order. Like the light poke is the lightest form of getting hit. You get this little poke, it's like
Yeah.
This one grown. But yeah, like light poke is A, light hit is B, and so on and so forth, etc. And this tag right here, S and V F, wow. Pretty much in short, abbreviated style. Sound effect and visual effects, medium cut. This pretty much like tells me that this is going to show what effect it will have on your opponent. Since this is a blade that Squincha is holding, he's going to cut through his opponent with his blade, so it's going to have a cutting effect and sound effect. Visual effect and sound effect, pretty much. And this last tag is going to tell me how much damage it's going to take, and it's going to take, a small bit of 1 HP right here. And then this sensor right here, this impact sensor, which means it's going to impact, if it impacts whatever it can impact, it'll turn on, and like whatever it's plugged in, blah, 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 blah. So this is plugged into this microchip, which controls the animation of the attack. It's plugged into this OR gate, which this OR gate is plugged into this counter, and this counter is plugged into this general damage key. Now the general damage key means, it doesn't typically mean for your character that you're getting damaged, but it pretty much tells me that there's an attack out, so that I can make it so that it doesn't control, you can't control your player unless counter's on, or that like the counter is activated from the roar switch, unless you hit your opponent. So once you hit your opponent, then you can continue with your combo, whatever you feel like doing, and having so much fun. And then, continue on your combo, doing other attacks. Just go on with your life, beating up your opponent in a creative way. And
I
good
see.
stuff. Yeah. And so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to adjust this hitbox so that it fits the actual slash. And by the way, I think I should probably like give myself about 10 more minutes on this video so I can actually get to explaining like more in depth with this, because I was too into like what was going on with life and life in life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a caption on that saying like life in life, brought to you by KJ.
KJ the doctor.
Brought to you by Professor KJ. Now I'm gonna
Professor W.
Yeah. Sounds like a name for a brand for milk. Wait, what?
Professor KJ.
Professor KJ the milk. Like, what if it was like this freaking carton, like
Life
saying
and
missing KJ?
What's life without life?
Well, you got no life. You might as well just chill in heaven or something.
You got no life? Might as well drink some life.
Yep. Unless you're deaf. That reminds me, oh my gosh. You know, my school recently had this really dramatic assembly where, like, these kids pretty much reenacted a car crash, and, like, everything was pretty much played out as really, really well. Like, it was really depressing, and, like, there was a lot of kids who were really upset and stuff, because, like, you know, some of them were their friends, so it was like, wow, what if they actually died and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But the introduction of this was the day before. They were calling kids, and so they're. Let me just tell you the introduction of my day. I'm sorry, guys, but you know what? This is like Game Grumps officially. This is like, you know, let's say LVP Grumps officially.
We had to, like, do something like that eventually, you know?
Yeah.
Or just, like, sit down and, like, play a game.
We just like let's have a talk right now. Like, let me tell you the introduction of my day. So, like, a Let's Play. Yeah, we should probably make a Let's Play channel one day. That'd be pretty cool. You know, whenever I have the time for, like,
The
once I get
Fox
in
Bros
college.
play.
Yeah. So, like, the introduction
cool.
of my day this day was, you know, English class, period 1, chilling out. All of a sudden, you know, someone knocks on the door, a student answers it, and, like, this one guy comes in with a microphone. A second guy comes in behind him and, like, sets himself, you know, he just runs in between our desks and just, like, you know, points to the guy that's holding a microphone. And then the third guy comes in wearing a black cloak, and, like, he's dressed up as Death, quote unquote Death.
What?
And he has this, like, little blood stain on his mouth. And then he just points to this one kid in our class. He says, "We need this guy over here." And the cameraman records this guy, or this student, getting up and walking out the door with Death. And, like, everyone was silent. But then, you know, me being me, I was like, what? Just out of the silence. And then the cameraman, like, points to the guy holding the microphone. And the guy holding the microphone says, this is kind of serious, but, like, still, like, it was just random. This kid died from a car accident due to alcohol use. And then he just walks out. And then the cameraman just turns around and just records all of our reactions. And still, me being me, everyone else was kind of giggling and stuff because it was just random. But then me being me, I'm just sitting there with this extremely confused face, like, what?
It's like, what's going on?
Yeah. You know, like, Death just comes in and takes this one student to purgatory. Like, what? He just walks out. The cameraman walks out, and I'm like, what just happened? What the hell just happened?
And it didn't even, like, come in to explain, like, they're gonna record something. They just, like, came in and did it.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. I'm like, what just happened? Why is this happening to my life? Apparently they did that to a lot of students, you know, just to send a message and stuff. But, like, it was just out of nowhere. I'm like, what?
What if they just, like, picked you?
That'd be awesome. I'd have, like, a nice conversation with Death and be like, hey, man, how you doing? You know, like, no, I've seen you kind of been killing people lately, you know. How's that feel? It was good. I'm sure he'd be alright with it. Me and Death just chilling out, walking on the yellow brick road. Well, you know, it was a pretty good message and stuff. It was really deep and actually got me to think a little bit. And, you know, it's really important, you know, kids out there, anyone out there, just, you know, a really, really deep message. Do not drink and drive. It's a really bad thing to do. You know, like,
Doesn't end well.
It really doesn't. You know, I've been in accidents before and stuff, you know, it's really not good at all. But, you know, besides all of that,
No one gains from it.
yeah. serious mode. Like, let's just have a move silence. 5 seconds. Alright, anyway. Just going back to this. After that whole little, like, funny conversation. So, we got this Squinja animation of Squinja slashing downwards. We're not going to test this out because there's 4 people in here. And, you know, Super Digital will probably freeze us. Yay!
Everyone preview mode.
Nah, I'm not gonna test it out because, you know, I'm not gonna risk it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm sure you can probably like see Squinja just going, yeah.
Sword slash.
Sword swish, swishy slash. So before, as I was talking over here, I was editing these sounds. You know, you can actually have custom sounds in the game, which, like, you know, any options available for here. Yeah.
Blade draw.
Yeah.
It's a swishy sound.
Swishy swishy swah.
Swish swish. Swish swash.
Swishy swash woo. So yeah, like, here's our animation, and the way that I plug it into wherever my little thing, there we go. I have these 2 blocks right here that emit any attacks. Right now it says KJ attacking left because I should probably change the name of that someday. And I'm a complete idiot. Kyle, whenever you meet me in real life, just slap me in the face. Cause I'm really.
I will. I've been counting how many times you told me to do that.
Yes.
It's been like 12 at least.
Alright, so like I'm gonna capture this animation into the light punch emitter that I have here.
First thing I'm gonna do is like steal your pick.
Oh gosh, you know how many people have stolen my pick in my life? In fact, crazy adventure. I've been on the roof of my school trying to get my pick back one day.
You went.
Oh gosh, I hope that none of my listen to this. I'm sure they would kind of question me now. Because this is actually not the doing of me, this is the doing of my good friend Jesse and Titus. Which I probably shouldn't have given out his name whenever he gets famous because, you know... Well, you know, everyone knows my friend Jesse and Titus, so, like, he's alright. But yeah, here's my light punch tag, or tag sensor, that's plugged into the light, or this emitter, which I'm going to emit the light punch animation, attack animation, if I should say. And that's pretty much going to be that. These 2 blocks are pretty much going to function all of the attacks that I emit or make for Squinja, or at least this one specific Squinja character. And in this, I have this tag sensor that says general damage, and as I said in the other attack, once you hit the player, the general damage tag will just deactivate. So, oh yeah, I should never really got into that. I mentioned it to it, but like I just didn't mention that this counter is actually inverted. So whenever this OR switch is activated, it will make this deactivate. Since it's inverted, it's already activated. So like this is out right now, and since that is out, it's making this deactivate because this tag sensor is inverted as well. So whenever inverter is another way of saying like not. So since this general damage tag sensor is inverted, it pretty much means whenever the general damage tag is not on, that means you can attack, pretty much. And that's pretty much like the whole function of the attacks and such. You know, I have a whole bunch of other like, you know, attack, invert standard attacks, you know, aerial attacks, crouching attacks, the whole spiel. And I'll get into the quarter circle attacks later on once I get into Squinja's quarter circle attacks, which you probably have no idea what I mean unless you're a fighter man or a fighter fan.
Fighter
rhymed.
Fan.
A fighter man or a fighter fan?
Fireman?
I don't know. Fighter
That
man.
sounds deadly.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like, QCB or QCF, quarter circle forward or quarter circle backwards, are another ways to say. Actually, I just pretty much told you the acronym, but yeah, QCF means quarter circle forward. QCB means quarter circle back. I'll get into that in detail later on when I get to those attacks. But that's all I have for today, guys. I'll see y'all later.
See ya.